Okay, here we go again. We're back with How to Do Stuff with Mr. Stevenson, and today we're talking about measures of central tendency. So you're maybe wondering what in the world measures of central tendency are. Well, you know that already as mean, median, mode, and range. I set up a problem underneath this box right here, so we could do some examples of mean, median, mode, and range. And the problem I set up is a few friends are having a free throw contest in the driveway. Each of them takes turns shooting until they have shot 100 free throws. Here are the results of the contest. In the contest, we have Ryan, who made 74 shots, Adrian made 41, JD made 87, Jordan made 90, Thomas made 58, Shayna made 65, Corey made 77, Catherine made 83 shots, and Nolan made 19 shots. So we're going to use this data right here to find these four measures of central tendency, as we call them. The mean, the median, the mode, and the range. Now, there is another word for mean, and some people may already know that, some may not, but another word for mean is what? An average. Put that in parentheses right here. An average is another word for mean, and I'm sure some of you also know what an average is. An average is when you add up all the numbers in the data set and you divide by how many numbers are in that set. So for example, we'd add all of these numbers, there are 9 of them, and if we add those all up and we divide by 9, we should get the mean. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause for a second, or you can pause, push pause, and see if you can come up with the mean on this one. It just so happens that when you add all these up right here, you end up getting 594. And when you divide 594 on your calculator, do that real quick, you get 66. So your mean or your average is 66. Okay, now a median. Okay, so when you do a median, what you do is you take and reorder all of these numbers from least to greatest or greatest to least. I did greatest to least. I rewrote them right here. So they go 90, 87, 83, 77, 74, 65, 58, 41, 19. When you find the middle number, the number that's right dead center of this set, that's the median. So there are 9 numbers here. So if I go 1, 2, hold on one second here, I can use a pen. When I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, then that means 74 pops up as the middle number. So we can put 74 as our median. Our mode, a mode is a number that shows up the most often. So what number shows up the most often in this set? Meaning, does one show up twice or more? No. There are none, so there's no mode in this one. There's no mode. And the range would be the largest number minus the smallest number. So in this case, we have 90 minus 19, which of course is 71. So that's our range. Now, I'm going to scoot this over here. An average is a mean. Now, we're going to do something a little goofy, and I'm going to pull this 594 out of here. And we're going to add Rebecca to the challenge here. Rebecca made 77 free throws. So how does that change our numbers? So we're going to get new numbers. What's our mean? What's our new mean? What's our new median? What's our new mode? What's our new range? Pause, hit the pause button, try it out. Remember, you're going to add another number. You're going to add another number, 77, to these. When you have to find the median, you have to add that one and find the middle number. We'll talk about that. But push pause right now. Go see if you can find those. We'll see if you were correct. Okay, when you tried it, is this what you got? If so, well done. When you did that, you added an extra 77 on, so that changed your total. Now you have 10 numbers, and that comes out to a total of 671. Now, since there are 10 numbers, we have to divide by 10. If you divide 671 by 10, you get 67.1. Then when you line these numbers all up, and you take 77 here, and you put it in this set, that would be 90, 87, 83, 77. Let's add that in. That'll be nice and easy. We'll just put a 77 here. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that second 77 is my fifth number, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's the middle number now? The middle number comes between the 77 and the 74. So the way to deal with that is to take 77 and 74, add those up, you get 151, right? And then you take 151 and you divide by 2, and that's your new median. So you should get 75.5 for that new median, which is right dead center between the two. Another way of doing it is to say the difference between 77 and 74 is 3, and half of 3 is 1.5. So up 1.5 and down 1.5 would get you at 75.5. That's how you find your mean. Now, the last thing we can do here, or we look at, is this. Is there an outlier? So what's an outlier? An outlier would be any number that is way outside of the data, that isn't good, isn't the same as the rest of them. That's kind of messing up averages, so to speak. Do you see a number in the set, or we can use this one now that we added Rebecca? Is there a number in the set that is way different than the others? Yes, if you said 19 is way different, then that's true. That's considered an outlier. Nolan had 19. These numbers right here are the ones that we just did. We reordered those. That's not, they don't go with the name. So we can basically take those over here, put those in a different spot. But yeah, Nolan here was the outlier at 19. Nolan brought the average down. But that's how you do mean, median, mode, range, and that's how you find an outlier. If you have questions, you know where to find me.